Good evening, good late afternoon, wherever you are around the United States. Big welcome to our Monday night testimonial patching podcast. My name is Peter No. I am a senior presidential director here with LifeWave. Have been with the company in September for 4 years already, almost 4 years. And I have my beautiful co-host. I call her my forever young, Mrs. Suzanne McGee. How are you doing this evening?
Oh, I'm doing great. And I love that name. Every time you say it, it just gives my belly a little tickle. And I'm like, wow, I love it. So keep calling me that, and I'm here with you forever.
I don't use that name for fame, but I have definitely known Suzanne for over 15 years now. We have worked together in our previous journey, and I can promise you, she looks better, she feels better, and she walks a lot faster now than ever. So it's all this incredible technology. So welcome everyone tonight to our special call, especially to our brand new guest here. So if you are a brand new guest here, please thank the person that invited you on this testimonial call. Give them a virtual hug, virtual kiss, because they want to share with you the most exclusive, the most unique technology in today's times, where they have experienced something so miraculous and they wanted to share it with you. And this is the best way to do it, where in the next 30 minutes, you'll be hearing not one, not two, but three tonight, incredible testimonials. And then Suzanne will be coming up to share how to get your hands on it. And I'll be back to share how this incredible technology works. So without further ado, I'll pass it on to Suzanne to read our disclaimer and get our testimonials started.
Okay, thanks, Peter. The statements we make tonight on LifeWave products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Our content tonight is for information and educational purposes only. So if you need to check something with your doctor, please do, and then get back and join us. Thanks for joining us. And Peter, it's up to you for our first testimonial.
Oh, I'm going on first today?
No,
Okay.
I'm first. Sorry, forget that. I'm first. I got too excited about that. Okay, so we have a husband and wife who will be coming on, and I understand that he was a gentleman and said Karen will go first. So Karen, come on and tell us, and we'd love to know where you're calling from and what attracted you to LifeWave.
Well, I am calling from Kansas City, Missouri. And what attracted me to LifeWave was my pain.
Oh, good. So tell us more about that. You were in pain and looking for a solution.
Well, yes. I'm left-handed, and I've had carpal tunnel in both hands. I had surgery on my right hand, maybe
This would be a good one for Eddie to be.
6 or 7 years ago. And my left hand just here lately has been giving me really, I mean, it's been excruciating pain. Heating pad, Tylenol with codeine, whatever I could get. I was in therapy, and it went from, bad to
I
worse.
couldn't hear you.
Eddie's gonna get his girlfriend.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Okay. I went from bad to worse. And even the therapist said that the strength that I had when I first began, I did no longer have. It had gotten worse. And through the therapies, I still tried to go for the heating and the massages. And it seemed like after I left the therapy, I was having great difficulties. So long story short, I had some tests run on my left hand because I couldn't write. I couldn't do the things that I really like to do. I like arts and crafts. I like to do things with my hands, and I wasn't able to do anything, let alone sign my name. So I had some tests run, like I said, and they gave me tests to see what was going on, like an X-ray. And from what they could see, I had tendonitis with a bit of carpal tunnel, and then my ulnar nerve, which is the nerve that runs along this side, was inflamed. My baby finger was inflamed. I had a knot here in my wrist. And the only thing that they could say was therapy. And if that doesn't work, surgery. And I did not want to go the surgery route. So I was introduced to the patches right away. And I know the things are different for everyone, but that pain patch was applied. Pain patch and I'm sorry, the X39 and the inflammation were what I used, because that's what was going on here, was the inflammation. And once that was applied, and I noticed that maybe the next day it really subsided even more so, I said, I'm going to have to continue on with this, because this is the only thing that I could do that would really help. No longer did I have to take Tylenol with codeine or use a heating pad on my hand. And so now I'm moving my wrist. I'm not feeling any discomfort, no pain. I can write. And I just feel a whole lot better. It's amazing how you feel when you're not in pain. You know, the things that you can accomplish when there's no pain.
I want to just go down a little bit and ask some questions about that, because pain can take over our life.
Yes.
When you are in pain, that's all you can think about is, how can I feel better? And
Yes.
it sounds like you had several things. And when we use our hands for everything, and I know that when we had just mentioned that earlier, when you came on the phone, we do. You use your hands, and it's absolutely imperative.
Yes.
Now, I believe that there are some therapists that can work with that. We certainly believe in using multiple directives to heal. But inflammation, internal inflammation, that takes some special care. And it sounds like yours is a strong testimony of how this technology has reduced your inflammation.
Yes. Yes.
Karen, did you use the Eon or the Ice Wave?
The Eon.
Eon.
I started off with the Ice Wave, and then it
You
went to the Eon. Yeah.
Okay, so both of them worked on you, correct?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay, I just wanted a clarity on that one.
Yes.
And we call that combination, the X39 and the Aeon, a magic duo. It just works. It works so well. And it sounds like when you were using that and then the Ice Wave to cut the pain, that worked. That's wonderful. How long did you use that before you noticed a difference?
Well, mine was within that week. You know,
Wow.
actually less than that for a few. The first time that Eric Bill put it on me, I could feel an ease of that constant pain. And then as time went on within the week, I was feeling 100% better. You know, and like even now, I don't have that, let me hold my hand. You know, I have to baby myself. I no longer have to do that. So I'm a whole lot better, 100% better.
So all that housework that Ricardo was doing is now back to you.
Exactly. That's
All right.
exactly what had to happen.
That's right. Well, thank you so much. And we just want to make sure that people realize that for some, it happens within a day, sometimes a week. Other times it takes a little bit longer. But the really important thing is to not give up. Don't give up when the body's already engaged in healing itself. Just keep on going. So thank you for that. We appreciate that. Now, Ricardo, you're back to, you were doing double duty there with household tasks and your work.
Well, it was a blessing that Eric Bill introduced us to it, because it took me away from them chores. She was in a lot of pain. She was in a lot of pain, and I was going to therapy with her. And And Eric Bill called us and we met up with him and he told us about it. And we went home and I told him, man, Karen's in a lot of pain, man. I don't know. I said, do you have any of those? And he said, man, you didn't tell me that. I said, no, she didn't. The next day we met back up again at the restaurant. They were out in the car and I was talking to somebody else in another meeting and they came back in. He said, Karen, tell him in 10 minutes, she felt results in 10 minutes from the ice wave.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, that's really good. And like we say, some people will. I had that condition where I felt that results quickly and other times they will not, but we just keep on going. What other things did you notice that you were looking at? Mostly you were looking to help Karen, right?
Well, that plus I know I have certain no issues. So I said, well, I'll just try it a little bit, you know, because when we got enrolled, we got the 2X39. And so I was taking it, doing it too. One of the first things we noticed, and Karen forgot to tell you, was our sleep. We sleep like we got hit in the head with a hammer now. And Karen used to wake up 2 or 3 times a night, look at her phone, look at Facebook. Now we lay there till like 8 or 8:30. So I was telling Eric, every time we have a problem, I take my hat off to Eric Bill, we can call him. And I said, Eric, man, we sleeping, man. You know, is this not good to sleep? You know, 'cause I took a nap today. I was home. And he said, your body's rejuvenating itself. You are healing. And so we'll get up at about 8, 8:30. Some nights I go all night without getting up. I was getting up 4 or 5 times a night. But, you know, if I get up once or twice, that's not bad now. But I go right back to sleep and I dream. I dream so hard now. Woo! You know, I dream. And last night I did something I haven't done before. I remembered my dream all the way. You know, they say you have to write stuff down. Well, I remembered when I got up, I remembered everything that I went through. And I've just been it's been like a positive thing in my memory. You know, you said, well, am I feeling better? My mind has been a lot better as far as
Clarity.
my clarity. And I've been doing, you know, I do the X39. And then I had back surgery in 1996. I used to be a gym teacher and I had herniated disc, L5, S7. And I had scar tissue back there. And sometimes I wake up or the weather's cold or just laying down and I walk kind of bent over. And so now sometimes I put the X39 down the middle of my back, down by my spine where I had the surgery, or I have it about my neck normally. I've tried it under my belly button. I don't have that feeling. It's not as bad. And I even put the information down there sometime, Aeon down there, and put the X39 on my neck. It's working. Then my knees were starting this last 3 months. My knees got so I had to go up 1 step at a time. Now I can go up and down the steps with ease, but I have just a little slight pain in there. It hadn't gone altogether, but it's at least 70% better. Wow. So I can feel it coming. When we have time to go walking, we were walking Sunday. They have a festival here called Juneteenth. And we went down there and we walked, I think it was 2 or 3 miles. And we were walking back to the car because we had to park a long ways off. I said, Karen, you know what? I just turned 70 about 2 weeks ago. And I said, Karen, I said, my legs are not tired. Are you? And she was.
But I'm not 70.
So that's my testimony. And also I was telling Suzanne, I should have took a picture of it. It was like where your knuckle is right there on your wrist. I had a little knot there, and it's like arthritis coming in my hand. And it was sore all on top of my hand. Well, I put the Aeon on here about 3 days ago, and the 24 hours, the next day, after I took it off 12 hours, I looked at it and went down some. Well, I put it back on the last 3 days, and it's gone altogether. The knot is gone. You know, it was inflammation. Wow. So, you know, I know it works. You know,
well, that's a pure testimony. We just love how we see how this works so quickly. And your testimony of sleep. Do you know how many people in the United States, what a percentage they would give to be able to sleep? People can't sleep. And now
Yeah,
you're saying that that is one of your top features. And so we'll be able to share this testimony of how your sleep, which
Yeah.
is tremendous, and your inflammation goes down. And that's proven because of lack of pain. You reduce the inflammation, you reduce the pain, and you have gotten that. Thank you so much. You both have given outstanding testimonies. And the point of doing this is that we'll be able to share it with others, and then they can try. So thanks, and we'll ask you again. We loved having you. Thanks again. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Okay.
For your updates.
All right, Peter, your turn.
All right, thank you. And we have a veteran in the house, Mrs. Julie the Floater. How are you doing this evening?
Fantastic, Peter. How about yourself?
I am starting off my Monday awesome, and always thank you for your service. And we just love to find out who introduced you to the patch, how long has it been, and what has your experience been so far?
All right. Well, thank you. So it was Eric Beal who introduced me to the patch, and he and I had worked together in a previous personal frequency device company. And so this was just sort of a natural next step. And when let's see, I've been on it maybe 7 months, I think, 8 months. My conditions initially, I was starting to go through the fabulous change of life that we wonderful women do, and was having quite a few hot flashes, waking up several times throughout the night. So let me quantify hot flashes. I also call them power surges, which is what they really are. But they were also annoying, right? So they would wake me up several times a night. So when I started on the patches, it was probably within about a month, I noticed all of a sudden that I wasn't waking up several times a night fully drenched. And the other thing I had going on, I still had a little bit of psoriasis that was a family thing. And I noticed probably within about 2 weeks that everything was cleared up. And not only cleared up, but like my skin is smoother than it's ever been in my life. And I just feel healthier. I feel like I'm going backwards. I'm 54 years old. I identify as 50.
50 years down now.
My mental clarity has been fantastic. It's really helped with potential emotional things that were looming that then have just, I don't know, within this, the coping mechanism feels more in place within my own full aspect. I feel more in control of my vessel, if that makes any sense.
It makes total sense. As we all know, as we go through life, right, we have things going on, but we truly believe when the light hits you and it balances out your body, your environment would change also, Julie. So it's happened all across the board. Wow.
Absolutely, yes. And I've studied light for a long time. My name dictates as, can be translated as, maybe not dictates, but translated as Tesla guardianship. And so when I was introduced to this, it just felt like another Tesla technology of light that we all have within our bodies. I'm a massage therapist. I've been so for over 17 years. I know very well how the body works, and I've been studying it on many different levels. What I've learned is that we within our bodies do not have anything called a pharmacogenoid system. we do have a light system and a heat system within our bodies. And so that's what I feel like has been introduced to me in such a huge way, and for everyone. And I'm just so jazzed to bring this light technology to people, because that's truly what this is. This isn't a capacity to just wear this and forget about it. You just smack it on and be done with it. You don't have to think about it. And as someone who moves a lot, as someone who is continually on the go, or, you know, in all aspects, being able to put something on that you don't have to think about for 12 hours is a wonderful, wonderful piece of technology that I'm all excited about, because it's my body that's the technology.
Julie, I think one day you're going to be doing the presentations for us very soon. So we're gonna make sure we get you there. And I think everybody can resonate with your hot flashes, you know, with your mental clarity, with the migraines, with the cirrhosis. But all the women here, I think they must relate. So thank you for sharing that testimonial. I know it's only been 7 months, so with Ricardo, Karen, and Julie, get ready. Once you hit your 1-year anniversary, it is all the way inside out, outside in, anti-aging reversal. So any last things you want to leave us with, Julie?
Yeah, actually, I was thinking about this in regards to how it relates to our bodies. And being a veteran, we're very much about acronyms. There's always an acronym for something. There's ABC, whatever it stands for. So something that came to mind with this is that I've been calling it the operating system. And so what I deemed is that it's a BOS. It's the body operating system. And within our bodies and within all of creation, within our own walls, we don't have anything called a dark switch. We only have a light switch. And I feel like this technology is what is turning all of our DNA, all of our activating cells, everything to go to the next level for mankind in such a beautiful golden era. So this is a huge gratitude for all of us in finding this and accepting it and seeing it for what it truly is. It's a miracle for all of us within our own bodies. The miracles happen within our own bodies, and we don't know what that looks like until we try it, right?
Well, thank you, Julie. I think you hit it right on the button. You know exactly what this is switching on, and thank you for being in our community and sharing this light. A lot of people are going to be inspired by you. So thank you to Karen and Ricardo. Can't wait for all of our updates. And wow, Suzanne, what another Monday night. I think every guest must be wondering, Peter, what is in this thing? How does it work, right? So like what Julie said, I think she literally did our presentation for us already. We are the light, okay? We exude infrared light, and David Schmidt is the CEO. He is the creator of this technology. And what Julie was saying is this technology is called photobiomodulation. In simple definition, it's called light technology. So before I share exactly how this works really quick, I want to take everyone back to why we are living in such an important life and why this technology is so important more than ever today. Who here can go back to when you're 20 years old again? When you were 20 years old, did you have hot flashes, every lady? No. Did Karen have carpal tunnel when she was 20 years old? Did Ricardo have any bumps or inflammation when he was 20 years old? Was everybody sleeping like a baby when you were 20 years old? Yes, that is because you were producing your own peptides and your own stem cells like crazy, okay? That's why you can regenerate and repair yourself, because our bodies were designed that way. From the age of 20 to 35, who here worked constantly? Who here played sports? Who here was in the service? Who here jumped off planes? Who here were jumping off horses, okay? Who here injured themselves? Raise your hand. Who here got tired by the time you're 35? That's because 50% of your own stem cell stopped producing. That's why you cannot repair and you generate 50% of the time. Now, when that 50% is gone from the age of 35 to 65, that's another 30 years of working, stress, environmental toxins, surgeries, side effects. Who can relate with all that? Who here knows someone that is on medications, that have any issues or has been taking any drugs? That is because now up to 90% of your own body cannot regenerate itself. And today it's even worse because of the food, the air, the toxins, everything we touch is coming into our bodies, and our bodies cannot push itself out because we're just like an old car that has 100,000 miles that has never got tuned up, never got the oil change, and never got the proper fuel. Until today, LifeWave, and Suzanne is gonna go over the background of this company. I just wanna share exactly how it works. We are the light. David Schmidt created crystals. There is no stem cells in the patch, okay, everyone? All it is saying is what Julie said. You put this on your skin. You can put it behind your neck. You can put it below your belly button. You can put it on your forehead. It does not matter, okay? The moment it touches your skin, it is talking to your body, your cells, to turn on the most powerful peptide known to man. It's called GHK copper peptide. When you can go to our website, startx39now.com, look at the patent, look at the studies. The moment you can do that, you can tune up 4,000 genes, you can repair your DNA, you can turn on your own collagen, you can reduce inflammation, and the most importantly, it will start turning on your pluripotent stem cells. It will tell those new stem cells, the old stem cells, exactly what to do and where to go to repair every place you need in your body, whatever needs regeneration and repair. And you've heard it right here. The first things you're going to experience is better sleep, faster energy, your inflammation go away, and in due time, for 30, 60, 90 days, or within a few months, you are going to get full cell body regeneration and repair. So I will leave out more of the details, but I'm going to pass it back to Suzanne. She's going to share with you who's behind it and how to get your hands on it now. So Suzanne, can you unmute yourself?
Well, how do I do such a service to LifeWave and to David Schmidt in 2 minutes? It's almost impossible. So we're going to encourage you. I'm going to tell you a few facts and then ask you to go to startx39now.com. Now, we have almost 300 people on this call tonight. So I think it's your responsibility that you listen to the call and share it. There are many people who are hurting, and they need this information that you and I have found. It's our responsibility. We owe it to them to be able to do that. David Schmidt, who is an incredible scientist, and I consider him to be right up there with Tesla because of what he's able to give us, light. Can you imagine? It's only a dream that we wear an incredible light, a wearable technology that he has patented. We have patents, we have science behind it. There's no doubt that this does what it says it's going to do. Now, the only thing that we have a question about is on the time. And if it's going to take you just a day, a week, a few months, whatever, the body's going to keep on working it. But we will know that it does work, as you heard these testimonies tonight. Absolutely, it does. It's life-changing. And it is something that the world is in need of. David Schmidt is an incredible person. And not only is he an incredible scientist who has created this, but his attitude of wanting to do this to help people to be better, to be happier, to be well, exudes when you speak to him. You can speak to him personally, and I have been in that presence when he has recommended that he has these that can help. But you know, he doesn't take the glory unto himself. He says, this is a God-given technology, and he allows me to use it so that I can help others. I don't even know anyone that is that deep in scientists and will be able to find what you can find on this website that has that attitude. So we recommend, we know our time is up, but we had wonderful testimonies. And when you have a testimony, doesn't that just to you verify that this does what it says it's going to do? It does. So you don't need any others. Peter, what else would you think that we can say? We have 1 minute left and we're already over our time, but do you have anything that you wanted to add? Okay. He might be muted. Okay. So
I just want to say this to all our brand new guests here tonight. Where can you find a company in today's times where we have over 100 patents and the CEO, the creator, an entire community is going towards the only technology in the world that can speak directly to your cells. And this is the most affordable technology that can not only save you thousands and thousands or hundreds of thousands for the rest of your life, but how to not put any more chemicals in your body, but literally turn you on just like a switch. LifeWave is the company. LifeWave is here to stay as we're 19 years old. And I cannot wait to see what the next 19-year holds, because I can see all the 300 faces here today. We're all gonna look and feel and perform like 20-year-olds and live the best quality of our lives. So thank you, Suzanne, for being here every Monday. Thank you, Julie, Karen, and Ricardo for sharing with us tonight. And especially thank you to all our community here at Team Evolve for constantly just supporting us and lighting up the world together. One person, one testimonial, one family at a time. So thank you all for joining us.
Peter, let me add with this. The reason that this company is going to excessively high rates is because the product works, but we have a team that can get this message out to so many people. So I want to remind you, Peter does a fabulous job. And this Wednesday, he will be on LifeWave Connect. It's a whole company website. Thousands will be listening. And we hope that you'll join in and listen to what he has to say, and then share it with other people. And we do thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you for the shout out, Suzanne. And thank you, everyone. We'll see you mañana, tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Out.